Too spicy. The onions are back again. Welcome everyone. Today I'm showing you my edition of Tour of the World. So here we have our ingredients for Indian butter chicken. This is something different. I've never had it before, but it does sound really good and I would love to try it out. So here we are. You can see there are a million things here. So this is gonna be a lot more complicated than normal stuff, especially as far as the spices go. You can see there's 10,000 different things here because I couldn't find one of the ingredients at the store. I don't want to butcher how to pronounce this, but garam masala is a mixture of several spices, and there are a million recipes that tell you what goes into it. Since they didn't have it, I had to kind of make it myself, so I'm going to show you what I put into it. I don't know if that's exactly correct or not, but we will find out. Let's see, besides that, this is once again, I thought that the original recipe wasn't complicated enough, so I decided to combine about 3 recipes, and now it's going to be really complicated, but I hope it turns out good because it's going to be awesome. So let's go ahead and start cleaning all this off, I guess, and get right into it. Yeah, because I forgot again, our total for all this stuff is about $35.26. So it's pretty good. Also, I got this rice for the side because of course you can't do authentic Indian cuisine without the authentic Indian rice for the side. So we'll try that out. All right, let me get this cleaned up and we will get started with mixing some spices. So here's our mixture of spices for garam masala. You can see I'm repping my PDFC New Year's party cup to mix them together. There are too many things here to list off, so I'm just gonna leave them here and then I'll put the list wherever. So that's pretty much it for this mixture. So let's go ahead and start cutting up our vegetables. Prepare to die. So as usual, we gotta cut up all our vegetables first. On guard. Well, it turns out if I put my fursuit head fan here, it just blows the fumes away so it doesn't burn my eyes out anymore. So that's a thing. Next up, we have a ginger root. It says I'm supposed to peel this. I have no idea where to begin. I guess I'll just, well, that wasn't fun, but I got my 2 ginger pieces. I guess you gotta cut it like a pineapple. I don't know, I've never done that before. So now we just have to cut up our potatoes and peel our cauliflower, and then we should be ready to go. So I remember why I never follow the directions when it says to cut up the chicken before throwing it in, because ew, that's gross. Besides that, I realized you can't grate fresh ginger because it has all these stringy things in it and it just gets really it turns into like a cotton ball essentially and it doesn't shred. So you end up having to just mince it all tiny. But yeah, so at this point we are ready to start cooking stuff in the pan, so let me go ahead and get that out. So this recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of butter. My box that I bought comes in little packs of 2 tablespoons, so I'm just gonna put 2 in for a total of 4 tablespoons because it's easier and I have a few extra vegetables, so it'll be better to cook them with. So I'll put my coconut oil in. The recipe also calls for like vegetable oil, but it doesn't matter too much. Well, I think this is what sealed means. Alright, I think that's good in mixing that. Now we are on to the last part. One thing I didn't mention before, but I used fire roasted dice just because I'm assuming they'd give it a good flavor, so we'll see. So as that's finishing up, the last thing we need to do is preheat the slow cooker on high. So there's that. And also, I couldn't find any naan bread, so I'm using these poopy tortillas. Don't tell anyone. But we'll just kind of rip this up and layer the bottom. And at this point, I will also layer the bottom with the stems from the cilantro. All right, I think that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and transfer this into the slow cooker. So the last thing I have to put in is the cardamom pods. I don't have any way of keeping track of those, so I'm just going to throw them on top. That way, hopefully, I can find them easily at the end. So let me take these. They look kind of like sunflower seeds. I don't know. I'll just throw them in here, however. And that is it. We will now cook it on low for 8 hours, and I will see you soon. And it's done! Now we are ready for the last part, which is mixing in our final ingredients. Of course, before I forget, I have to take out those cardamom pods that I put in before, so now I get to figure out how exactly I'm going to do that. We put 6 in, so we should be taking 6 out. Now that that's done, we can go ahead and put in the other stuff. I used brown sugar. It didn't specify what kind of sugar we wanted, so I just went with that one because it's nicer. Now we just kind of put these in and heat it back up. I also used 1 cup of cream instead of 3/4 of a cup. Mostly because I added in extra vegetables and stuff. So it kind of helps balance it out a little. And then the other recipe asked for 2 tablespoons of lime juice. On average, each half is a tablespoon, so it works out. And now we just mix it back up again. Now we just gotta make the rice. Ah! So last is our toppings, and that's just our cheese, which technically you shouldn't be putting cheese on this, but I love cheese, so I'm gonna put cheese on it anyway. And then some more cilantro if you wanna put some more on top. So it's your choice, whatever works. There's our final product. Foob. Of course, the rice isn't done yet, so just pretend that there's rice there. But other than that, it smells pretty good, so I'm excited to try this. Feel free to try it out. Thanks for watching.